When you're sewing together pieces to make a quilt, it's important to have an accurate 1/4 inch seam allowance, and that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. Welcome to Epida Studio. My name is Elizabeth and I help you make beautiful things with quilting, pajagi, and embroidery. So once your pieces are cut for your quilt, it's going to be time to sew them together, but sewing pieces in a quilt requires an accurate 1/4 inch seam allowance. Now, if you are new to quilting, you might not even know what in the world those words mean, but it's pretty simple what it means. Seam allowance just means the part of the fabric that's beyond where you're stitched, and it's the part that's on the inside. So when we have two pieces and we're going to sew them together, we can't sew them together right on the very edge like this. We're going to sew them together and then fold it back so that what you see on the front, there's the front part, but then there's this little part that's on the inside. That is called the seam allowance. Now in dressmaking and in different kinds of sewing, there are different amounts of fabric that you want to leave on the inside beyond the stitching. And in quilting, normally it's a 1/4 inch. And so some people, to determine a 1/4 inch seam allowance, they just measure from the edge of the fabric, they measure a 1/4 inch in, and they stitch there. And they say, oh, it's a 1/4 inch seam allowance because I've measured that amount. And that is okay, but that's not the most accurate way to get your 1/4 inch seam allowance. So in this video, I'm going to talk about what things can affect your accurate seam allowance, how to get your accurate seam allowance, and that will help your whole project go together more smoothly. So to do this, we're going to start off with some pieces of fabric. So we're going to use fabric not that we've cut for a quilt, but leftover scraps. So I have 3 pieces here, and I've cut these to 3.5 inches square. So I was able to get these pieces from the little parts of the one strip that I cut into 9.5 inch pieces. There was a little part left over, and from that I was able to cut 3.5 inch square. However, if you don't have fabric left over from your project, you can use any kind of scraps, anything that you have, but you're going to want 3 squares that are the same size, and ideally between 2.5 and 3.5 inches. They don't have to be really big. And then we're going to go to our sewing machine and we're going to start off with estimating what is a 1/4 inch. And so we want to measure a 1/4 inch away from the needle. So at your sewing machine, where the needle is, that is where your seam is going to be. And if we see on this sewing machine, these lines all indicate how big your seam allowance is going to be. So we can see this line here, it says 1/4. So I know if the edge of our fabric is lined up with there, it's going to be 1/4 inch. So I'm going to put a piece of tape here, and again, you can use painter's tape, you can use washi tape, masking tape, whatever, but it's just something that gives me a visual guide. And now I'm going to take my 2 pieces of fabric and I'm going to put them right sides together, and then I'm going to stitch lining up the edge of the fabric with the edge of that tape. So now that I've stitched that, I'm going to go and press this at the iron, and I'm going to press it so that my seam allowance goes underneath that pink fabric. So I'm pressing my seams to one side because that's how I'm going to press my seams in this project. We'll talk more about pressing when I talk about making the blocks, but for now we're just going to press it so that this is really flat. So now I've pressed it, it's really flat. And I know that this piece should be 6.5 inches long. And I get that number because I know I had a 3.5 piece and a 3.5 inch piece, and I put that together, it makes 7 inches, but 1/2 inch of fabric is in the seam allowance on the back. So that should be 1/2 inch. So this piece should be 6.5 inches. So now I can take my ruler to measure this, and when I line it up on the edge, I can see that this is 6.5 inches, and my seam line is right on the 3.25 inches. So I know this piece of fabric is 3.25 inches, this one is 3.25 inches, so the whole piece is 6.5. So that is the goal that you want to go for. But yours might not have worked out as perfectly as mine did on the first try. And so if yours is not 6.5 inches, then you can adjust where the tape is to move it. So if this piece is too small, if it's less than 6.5 inches, then you know that your seam allowance was too big. So you need to make it smaller, and we make it smaller by moving the tape a little bit closer to the needle. And if this piece is too big, then we know the seam allowance is too small and we need to make it bigger. We make it bigger by moving the tape a little bit away from the needle. And there are a lot of things that will affect your seam allowance. The kind of thread that you use, the way you press it, the kind of fabric you have, those things will all make minute adjustments to your seam allowance. And so in this project, that's going to be one of your goals, is to get an accurate 1/4 inch seam allowance. However, in this video, I'm showing you how to adjust it. I don't want you to stress and get paralyzed because your seam allowance isn't exact. I want you to get it as close as you can, and in this project, we're gonna practice and work on consistency, but don't get bogged down with perfection. This project is very forgiving, and so this is a practice that's gonna help you build your skills, and if your seam allowance isn't exact, that's no problem. We can work around that, and I will help you with that later on. So in future projects, if you get into precision piecing with all kinds of different shapes and lots of little pieces, then you are going to need an accurate seam allowance. This project is just getting there. And so I'm going to do one more test. I'm going to take my other square and I'm going to sew that onto the edge just to double check to make sure that my seam allowance is what I want it to be. So now I have these 3 pieces joined together. It's all pressed. I'm going to take it to my ruler, and this should be 9.5 inches long, because this middle piece should be 3 inches and the ones on the edges should be 3.25 each. So if I look on my ruler, I can see that the middle piece is 3 inches and the whole piece is 9.5 inches. So do this little test on your machine so that you can get your tape pretty close to where it is, but don't get bogged down in perfectionism at this point. There's lots of room in your future quilting career if you want to do precision, perfect piecing. But for right now, we're just getting the concept for it, and we're getting used to sewing our pieces like this. And once you're comfortable with the 1/4 inch seam allowance and that concept, then we're ready to begin making the blocks, and that's what the next video is about. For more quilting tips and tutorials and inspiration, you can check out my website, epidastudio.com.